Hey everyone, what is going on? And in this video, I bought an Icon Motorsports aluminum diffuser. I think it's like 20 by 20. I'll measure it here real quick, but it's a nice uncoated aluminum universal diffuser. I already mounted, these inner vanes with the hardware that it came with. And it came with 6 bolts for like the slots here and back here. Now, you may be thinking, I thought you already had a diffuser. And I do have a rear diffuser already. It is the same exact one. It is an Icon Motorsports one. This one is just coated in like a wrinkle black finish. So the reason I bought another one is because this one is raw aluminum and I want it to match the new rear spats. So the first thing I gotta do is get the old one off, which is basically, I think, 5 bolts. And once I get it off, we'll go from there. Alright, so got the old diffuser off the car. And as you can see, it's been drilled a bunch of times for me trying to get it where I liked it. So now we're going to go on to mounting the new one. Now, my trunk has a spare tire all the way up against the back bumper. If your car's like that, that gives you a nice flat area to start from. And if your car does not have a spare tire well all the way in the back that's nice and flat, the best thing you can do is get some 1-inch aluminum flat bar, and that way you can bend and drill your own brackets. Now, the best way to mount and test fit a new one and put in place is a jack. So let me get the jack in place with the rag and we'll put the new one up and see where it fits. So we're going to test fit it now. I got a rag on the jack underneath this rear diffuser, and we're gonna go up just kind of very slowly as I hit my shelves behind me. Because this is aluminum, you don't want to bend it. And you can either center it off your license plate if it's in the center, or like my car has one of these screws dead center in the bumper. You could always double check and measure it, but so far, you're getting pretty close. So, let me get it a little bit better. Alright, so now we got the raw aluminum diffuser snugged up with the jack. And now we can go ahead and mark holes, figure out exactly how we want to mount it, if we need any brackets, and just go ahead and drill them. I'm going to take a marker and mark all my pre-existing holes, like up here from the last one I put here. But what you can do in your car is you can drill center, and then that way you can mark it. You can measure over how far the diffuser actually is and how far out you need to go, and then you can drill for them. You could add spacers however you need to. But so I'm gonna grab my drill and get started. So I got 2 hardware in. I got one for the center of the trunk and one back here now that I measured it and everything's square. So now I'm going to go and support the underside and then go ahead, if it'll focus, and drill the corners out. And then up front here, I'm gonna have to make a bracket because it's not, it's got a bit of an angle to it. It's not flat. So I'm gonna have to make a bracket out of aluminum and bolt the corners up front. Alright, so now we have it basically fully supported by 3 points underneath here. Here, here, and here. Plus we use the bumper support here on the edge. So, I mean, it's not going anywhere, but I am going to, I got these brackets up here that I made. I don't know if you can see them. Focus a little bit. Right here I made these brackets, and I'm going to try to reuse them if I can. I'm going to have to jack the car up and drill through these brackets. Basically, because there's a gap up here, to bring this like lower up front so that it's slanted. It's more with the underside of the car, so eventually I could add, you know, a piece of metal to continue this forward. I made these brackets that just kind of go from the trunk, drop like an inch, and right here. So what I got to do is I got to drill kind of like right here, and then I got another one on the other side, and then I'll trim those back because I didn't know how much I needed when I made them. So now I got to kind of jack the car up and drill right about here. So should be fun. But so far I am liking the silver that matches, you know, the raw aluminum matching everything. So when this is fully installed, once I get these brackets mounted, we'll pull the car forward a little bit, and or maybe even all the way outside and get a good look at it. So I'm gonna go ahead, jack the car up, and mount those last little 2 screws on the front. So now I got this fully on. Drilled a bracket down here on this corner and one on this corner. Now it's nice and sturdy, fully installed, not going anywhere. So now I'm going to take the car off the jack, pull it outside, and see how this looks now that everything is raw aluminum. I do notice, you know, this is square and that is like radius, so I don't know if I'll want to match them or not. We'll pull it out and see how it looks. So give me a second here. Alright, so here we are. We are out at this little spot here. Get a good look at the rear diffuser and the side spats. I think it looks pretty good. I kind of like the old silver right now. So we shall see how I like it in the long run. I can always change it. Easily bolts on and off. Really like the side spats though. It's hard to see a little bit. So that's pretty much it. Forgot to film the end of the video yesterday, but yeah, very easy install for this universal diffuser. The old one is going to sit up here and block sunlight from messing up my camera when I'm filming in here. So if you're not lucky enough to be able to go and buy a diffuser that fits your car, there are a bunch of universal ones out there. Like this Icon one, there's a bunch of ones that are just like ABS, there'll be metal ones, there'll be aluminum ones, and there's a couple different styles. So let's see how I like this for a while. The one thing I am going to do is the rear spats are like square on the corner and the diffuser is round, so I am going to round off the spats so everything has the same like bottom, you know, the same style curve. That's gonna be real easy. I don't know if I'm gonna film that, but hopefully you guys like this video. Kind of easy install. You might have to make brackets, might have to use all thread just to install it. Depends on your car, how it's set up. But if you're one of the lucky ones, you can just go buy a whole kit and not have to worry about that. But universal ones aren't too bad. I think the next thing I'm gonna do on the car something about those door panels. So I think I'm gonna work on making like some aluminum door panels maybe. I think I can get them at Lowe's or Home Depot. I think I can get a 3x3 sheet of aluminum, and that should allow me to make some okay door panels. We'll see how that works. But hopefully you guys like this little install, so like and subscribe. Until next time.